Hello students, I hope you have a great day today. In this video, I'm going to show you my solutions to some problems involving permutation. Before we begin, let us recall that permutation refers to the arrangement of objects in which order is important. Remember that every arrangement can be made using all or some of the set of objects without repetition. The formula for getting the number of arrangements varies, of course, depending upon the type of permutation involved. It may be a distinguishable permutation, a cyclic or circular permutation, or permutation with or without restrictions. So with that, I hope that you will learn something in this video. Problem. In how many ways can 7 different books be arranged if there are only 5 spaces available in a shelf? In this problem, our n equals 7, our r equals 5. By applying the formula, permutation of n taken r equals n factorial over n minus r factorial. Substituting, we have 7 factorial over 7 minus 5 factorial. Expanding, we have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial equals, so we can divide out 2 factorial and 2 factorial, that will yield 1. So 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 will give 2,520 ways. Our second problem. In how many ways can 5 students be seated in a row if 2 insist on sitting next to each other? So we are going to arrange 5 students in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, 2 insist on sitting next to each other, which will lead us to counting these 2 as 1. This is another 1, and then this is another 1. So we are left with 4 to arrange. So by applying the formula, permutation of n taken r, which is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial. So we are going, by substituting, we have 4 factorial over 4 minus 4 factorial. But this does not stop here. We have to multiply this 1 by 2 factorial because these 2 people here who insist on sitting next to each other can still switch. Like if this is A and this is B, the same if we put B here and then followed by A, still they are seated next to each other. Okay, so to continue, we have to simplify. We have 2 times 1 times 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 0 factorial is equal to, we have 2 times 4, 8 times 3, 24 times 2 is 48. 0 factorial is 1. Okay, so this is 48 ways. So there are 48 ways in arranging 5 students in a row where 2 of them insist on sitting next to each other. Our third problem. In how many ways can the letters of the word success be arranged? So our word is success. If you noticed, there are repeated letters. We have, for letter S, there are 3. There are 3. And then for letter C, there are 2 letter C's. For letter U, there's just 1. And then for letter E, there's just 1. So a total of 7 letters. So there are 7 letters in all. But since there are repeated letters, then this is an example of a distinguishable permutation. So how do we solve this problem? To determine the number of ways of arranging the letters, we have 7 factorial in the numerator, since there are 7 letters. Then In the denominator, we have 3 factorial. Since the total number of s is 3. And then, there are 2 letter c's. So let us simplify. We have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial. I will stop here since there is 3 factorial in the denominator. So we have 3 factorial, and then I'm going to expand 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1. So 3 factorial over 3 factorial, that will be 1. And then 6 divided by 2 will give 3. So our final answer is, so 7 times 3 times 5 times 4 will give 420. So there are 420 ways of arranging the letters of the word success. Last problem. In how many ways can 5 boys and 3 girls be arranged in a table if the girls must always sit together? This is a problem involving circular or cyclic permutation. Therefore, to determine the number of ways, we have to use n minus 1 factorial. In the problem, there are 5 boys who will take 5 different positions and 3 girls who will take 1 position because they will sit together. These 5 boys will have 5 different positions. So in all, we have 5 plus 1 equals 6 positions in all. 6 positions. But since this is a cyclic permutation, then we have to write 6 minus 1 factorial. But again, there are 3 girls who will take 1 position, but they can still switch positions. So we have to multiply this by 3 factorial. So simplifying, we have 3 factorial times 5 factorial. So 3 times 2 times 1 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Then it gives 720 ways. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope that you learned something too. Thank you so much for watching.